In this late bonus video for the game Tic-Tac-Toe, I will present you a real played game from me with the blue pieces against one of my chess students with 2000 ELO called Daniel. With it I want to give you an example how to properly think in this game if you want to achieve a high level in this game, and also give you an example how you can analyze the moves, the game, and if you like to give you just a basis how to properly analyze the perfect play from both sides in any position. So in this game I started with a 1 to the middle. I was blue. And I didn't think much about this move, but in hindsight, after having played this game, it might be even really important to playing the very first move correctly. And I have no idea, it was just my own intuition. My opponent fought about 2 minutes in this position, and he has certainly some ideas, but I cannot share it with you because, it's his mind, obviously. But he continued with a 2 to b1, and we will see this continuation at the end of the video. But during the 2 minutes I thought about the following continuation. So what would happen if red would continue with a 3 to the corner? Because I was already concerned about this continuation. Obviously I have never fought in too deep for these games myself. It was in the courses that I played, it was more of a just spontaneous decision to implement the game. But right now my thoughts were, well, if I don't do anything, red has potentially the threat of putting a 3 to the corner, and then he can beat my 1 stack with a 2 and win the game, and I can do anything in this position because he will just I cannot trump my own 1. So signing with this position, if you are really capable and essentially on a master level, then the job would be to find a proper good continuation for blue in this position. In case you're just on the average level, then my task for you would be, try to assess and analyze this position, meaning who will win this position with perfect play. Now, if you have a solution, I'll present you mine. This is it. So how should we properly analyze it? We have to calculate all the possibilities until the end of the game. And in this position there are 3 possibilities. What I tell you, you can obviously do on the board, but for example chess masters have to do all of it in the mind, and this is also something that differentiates a beginner to a master, how far you can calculate without mistakes ahead. So right here, the right continuation for red is to either take it or put something in the corner, because otherwise blue wins. So he has 3 different options. This is the first one. He cannot put anything of lesser value because it will be taken. So therefore it has to be either a 3 to the corner or he has to take this one. And let's try all the different options. So if red starts with a 3 to the corner, he threatens to win the game, but it's fine for us just to take a 2 to a2. Now it's red to move. Red takes it with a 2. And we do not take this 2, this won't win us the game, but instead we simply defend of the threat and set up our own trap that red cannot just avoid, because we will use a 3 in c2. So this is just an example. You have to calculate all the possibilities and not just the trivial ones where you just take the pieces. So a 3 to the corner does not win. What happens if a red takes with a 3 or 1 piece? then we put up a 2 to c3, and next move we will win the game. So again, that doesn't help. So what's left for us to check is a 2 to the middle. Now again, it's there's a threat. If you put a 3 to the corner, then just a 2 is enough to, well, keep us out from our win, and red will win in the next move. Meaning we have only one option to check, and this is to take it with our 3. But the issue is that we don't have any 3s left, we wasted ours, and in the next move red can simply put his 3 to a2, doesn't matter what blue plays, and the game is decided. So the right conclusion is, in this position, going with a 3 to c1, or in this case also a 3, will lose us the game. That doesn't mean that there are not any other possibilities that we need to check, but this move certainly loses by force. And what I did in my game, since it wasn't just a big thing for the analysis, also it wasn't actually the game, but my conclusion was that I should continue with a 3 to b1 if he would have played a piece on a3. And again, you can stop the video and try to analyze the conclusion about it, and we'll continue then in a second. And the correct answer is red can barely hold a draw, but only with the perfect play. And I will give you all the variations again here. So first of all, we are, well, trying to win the game, and, well, red has obviously to defend it, and he has several options, namely 3. He can take this one or put a 3 to the corner. And I will start with the 3 to the corner. So should red proceed with this one, and as you have seen, it doesn't need to be necessarily always the worst move not to taking. So in this position, we will continue with blue with 2 to c2. We are threatening to, well, finish our line. We have still a 3 left. That means red has to take. We take it back. Again, we are threatening to win the game, meaning red has to put up the 2 in this corner, and now he has only 1s left, meaning we can finish it with a 1 to the corner, and in the next move a 2 to c1 will win us the game. So that means a 3 to b3 doesn't help red. So what about taking it with a 2? If he takes this with a 2, we can again beat it with our 3. Now it's red's turn, and red doesn't need to waste his 3 there, but there's still the same problem that we start with a c2. Now it actually, we don't put a 2 there, but a 1, because this is another issue for red here, namely that he will need to waste his 3 to, well, upset our 1, otherwise, too bad for him. And it doesn't matter what red does, he will lose the game. For example, if he continues like this, then we just put up a 2 in the corner and finish with a 2 here. And if he takes our 1, then we have only, well, our 2s left, and he cannot defend from our win to c1. So that doesn't help either. But what's left to check is a 3 piece to b2. Now red used both versus 3 pieces, meaning we can just put a 2 stack and it's enough. Here there is a big threat from blue to win the game, but red is in time to defend it with a double threat. If he starts with a 2 here, then there's a threat of winning the game by moving to c2 or a3, meaning blue has to use his free stack to defend it. Now again, that's a nice, easier task. Stop the video and try to find the best continuation for red. And if you've done this, the solution is you have to put a 1 to the corner. You shouldn't use the 2 piece, otherwise we just use the 1 piece in the corner and win the game in the next move. But using the 1 piece, and there we have just the option to use the 2 only. Otherwise it will be taken by the red 2 and red will win the game. Meaning it doesn't matter right now if you put it in the corner or if you take, because right now there won't be 3 in a row. It doesn't even matter which piece the reds will play. So in short, our conclusion is, and this is the final decision, with the right play this game will end in a draw. Maybe there is a better move option for blue here. This is for you to check if you like to. Also, it doesn't need to be the best move from red to be putting a free stack on a1. So finally, let's come to the real game. And the real game, it was played after 2 minutes of thought, to stack to b1. Now it was my turn, and I was slightly considering just to ignore this 2 altogether, but ultimately that was just intuitive decision, no calculation, but that might be a mistake in itself. I simply took this b1 piece. Red did the same, used his free stack to put it in the middle, and now we continued further. Again, the next thing is a purely by intuition that I played, but it might be again a mistake. What my thoughts were are, if I put a 1 to the corner, then he can beat a trumpet with a 2, and I don't want to waste all of my free pieces already. And at the same time, I want to lure out his free piece, and therefore I started with this move. As you may see, if you analyze it, most probably it is a mistake, and my mistake was just to forgetting that by baiting out his 2 piece, he doesn't have it later for his own gains. So I made this move, and ultimately this lost the game since he took it. I was initially happy because he used all of his 3 pieces, and I might maybe win the game, but I simply wasn't fast enough, since there's also maybe a second option of winning, but the continuation was he started with a 1 on c2, meaning he is threatening to win the game. Should I put my 3 to the corner to disallow it, then he just continues with a 1 to the corner and then a 2 to c1, winning the game. And if I take it, then he again can just use his 1 piece to c1 that I cannot trump any longer, and in the next move his 2 will come to a3 and win him the game. So this was, the game itself was really brief, but these are some of the possibilities that you can try to think, try to analyze the game. Certainly I haven't played it the best way, but my idea is to present you how you can think about the game, and maybe you will try and try to analyze and find the best continuation possible from the very first move. Also, if you like, I have a thesis from Daniel, who was my opponent in this position, and his intuition that he just came out by himself. So I cannot prove it and he cannot prove it, at least we didn't try to prove it. But the thesis was that the first player should start with a 2 to one of the white squares. and he considers it to be necessarily the best option. Feel free to analyze and to prove or disprove it, but my goal was to present you the game and give you an option to train your thoughts so you can use them better in your real life and also in chess later.